Bethany Ankle Face Frankel. Really? You had the nerve, the gall, the audacity to say in the comments, no one has done more for Puerto Rico than me. Really? How white savior of you. Now, I'll give credit where credit is due. In 2017, when we had the current administration, Bethany got some planes into Puerto Rico, was handing out cash cards. She did. She did. I'm going to give the heifer credit. However, you weren't doing those things out of the goodness of your heart. You were doing it to flex on Bravo, to flex on Housewives of New York, to show them, ooh, I just sold Skinny Girl for all this money. Look at me. Ooh, I may be going through a divorce, but I'm going to use my pain for power. It was very look at me. It was very, I want a Shark Tank spinoff. This is when Bethany was launching herself off of Bravo. This is when I believe you had that talk show where Omarosa said, well, the bar is much lower for you. Mediocrity is acceptable for you. Remember that, Bethany? I remember. And so does Pepperidge Farm. You had the nerve to say no one has done more than me. Well, you know what I always say? Google is your friend. So I looked it up and let's see, we have Jose Andreas. World, forgive me if I mispronounce the names. Please forgive me if I mispronounce the names. Uh, World Central Kitchen, often cited as the ultimate boots on the ground hero after Hurricane Maria. World Central Kitchen has served over 3.7 million meals, creating a massive supply chain of chefs' kitchens that far outpaced the Red Cross. Bad Bunny. Beyond personal donations, he's used his global platform to demand political accountability and infrastructure reform. His foundation, Good Bunny, focuses on youth arts, sports, and providing long term community investment. Lin Manuel Miranda, Hamilton, raised over 22 million for the Hispanic Federation's UNIDOS disaster and relief recovery program. He also brought Hamilton to the island with all proceeds going towards arts and cultural preservation. J Lo and Mark Anthony co-founded Somos Una Voz, which raised over 35 million through a star-studded telethon and personal donations to provide food, shelter, and medicine. Monica Puig, Olympic tennis champion who's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars specifically for medical supplies and helped personally distribute them across remote areas of the island. Google, she's your friend. Why also would you, and this is where the white savior comes in, why in a moment like this would you throw something you did out of the goodness of your heart back in the faces of the people that you were supposedly trying to help? Why? The white savior complex. That's why. This is also why, now, yes, you got planes on the ground, you got meals in hand, but where are you now? What have you done now for infrastructure? What have you done to prevent the next disaster? What have you invested in infrastructure? How have you used your global pull with Be Strong to what do you call it, build dams or not dams, what do they call those things that keep the water from coming in during a hurricane? Are they dam? No, dams or something else. That's for rivers. Levees, are they levees or are levees for river? Let me know. That's something I like. Pier, no, piers are for boats. We'll figure it out. But the point is, she ain't built them. I may not know them, but she ain't built 'em. Exactly. Jose is really putting in work. Oh, yes, levies. Okay. Also beach nourishment, stronger electrical infrastructure that's underground so the power don't go out when the wind gets super strong. How about that? There are many other different things that you could invest in, but that's not big, sexy, and white savior enough for you, is it now, Bethany? Is it? Now, the fact that you couldn't just be quiet after you had put up a similar sounding post to Jill Zarin saying, I don't know why it had to be in Spanish. You, who went to Puerto Rico, who also is a New Yorker, and that's like the second largest population of Puerto Ricans outside of Puerto Rico. Like, if you're and the thing is, you want to act like you were such a cool downtown New Yorker. I remember you on your first season. I might have to do a Roni rewatch to really dissect why we thought we might have liked these women, because I don't think I did. I thought they were people to make fun of. At least that's what my job is. I don't know. Other people, we don't know why they liked them, but that's why I would tune in. However, you act like you're such a cool downtown New Yorker, then you would know the Lower East Side is El Barrio. Have you not gone there and gotten some coochie Frito? Your coochie probably smell like Frito. Mm. You're sad. You're sad and you're pinched, and both are tragic. I Is it that Bravo doesn't want you back and you can't take it? Because I feel like when Bravo pushes these girls to the side, they lose their mind. Like Dorinda was able to get back in, but Dorinda looked a little out there for a minute. Like they move on from Bravo. Like Bethany thought she was moving into this big celebrity career and she was going to be on Shark Tank and she's this businesswoman, and everything you did, no one wanted to watch you do it. I'm not going to say you didn't make money because you're a white woman in New York that's thin. You were going to make money. But you did that show with, let's go through a list of your failures because they have given you ample chancel to succeed. I mean, Bravo pushed you and pushed you and pushed you until the market moved on. Until the market moved on. So after your mention it all season, when you were really riding high on Bethany, when you were the fan favorite, you left while you were on top. You had sold Skinny Girl, you'd made some money. All four women making smart business moves. That's when everybody looked to you. That's when you were aspirational yet relatable. Then you were going through the divorce. So that was your point of humility. You had it all. You did. Where you fucked it up was after you tried to do a real estate show with Frederick Elkin. That got like 2 seasons because you always managed to do a 2 season deal, and then it got canceled. You did your talk show. Omarosa embarrassed you, and she was right. It was canceled. After that, you tried to go the Shark Tank, I'm the businesswoman route. You had a season, they moved on. You've been floundering ever since, and you found some type of niche on TikTok, like you were the Hamptons girl, but then you got annoying with it. Like you can never just come on 3 times a week. You don't need the money anymore. You don't. But it's that you have nothing to do and no one wants to be around you. How do I know? Whenever I scroll TikTok, baby, there you are, alone, talking into the screen. A fool. Good morning. I'ma behave. Failed TV show. Exactly. New York Lower East Side territory. Exactly. It's like to be in New York is to know all of these different neighborhoods have different cultures, have different histories, have different food, and you appreciate it. Like that's why you go to Chinatown for authentic Chinese and Little Italy is now in the Bronx. It used to be in Manhattan, but now it's taken over completely by Chinatown. Those who can remember. Oh goodness, I remember French places in the West Village. I remember Ethiopian places on 110th. Like that is the richness of living in New York is you get to go around the world in the city. I am not surprised, but I think that we are now seeing we really didn't like these women as much as we thought. And also, these women have not grown into people we continue to like. I think we might have liked who they were then, but the exposure to money and fame and lack of accountability and being around yes men and only seeing people that look like you and being removed from community and having it replaced with commerce. Maybe that is what creates this. These out of touch aunties that we could only now ridicule rather than reminisce with. The thing is, well, hold on. There wasn't Trumper. Like there were Tea Partiers when this happened. Like when the Housewives started, Obama was still in office. This is 20. This started like 20 years ago. Like you go back 15 years, there wasn't a such thing. Like this type of political environment did not exist. No one had to make a choice of are you hateful? Like it was you didn't have to wake up every day and do that. Like, now it's like, okay, what's going on? Are they gathering? Nobody had picked up Tiki Torch to first before all this had started. I think not just have they not grown, they have regressed. They have regressed to an embarrassing state. I mean, Ramona hasn't said anything, and somebody said, go on and fire her now. Fire her now to save time, save energy, save effort. And I, I feel like she's if this has already happened with her, she's gonna get the show canceled. But then again, I don't know. Maybe we need to have like a bet on this, a friendly wager. Because I also feel like Kelly Kilgore Ben Simone will come out of nowhere just with a tirade. You like the show, not the women. And that's a very interesting statement. I think that's what it is. We like the show, not the people. It was interesting, but it was like, I don't think I hang out with you, but I'll laugh at you. I'll watch you fall down the stairs of life. Latched on to the old money, brain rot with new money. Now they have no money. Yep. Where are the Tea Partiers now that all of our rights are being violated? Kelly is a nut job. Oh, Kelly Dodd. Yeah, Kelly Dodd is a nut job. But it'll be interesting to see how this show moves forward now that they've made, and it's so interesting. Y'all had your own little white world, yet now you've made race a part of it. All right. Well, I'm going to see you soon for Hot Topics.